everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make these simple brown and white ornaments using only a few ingredients. In case you haven't been following this as part of my 2025 Christmas Countdown of Crafts, this year I'm making simple projects using materials found in nature. I've chosen easy and inexpensive items that almost anyone can do, most of them within an hour or less. These ornaments can be used in several different ways. One idea is to hang it by itself to embellish a tree or as a gift topper, or you can string them together to make a lovely garland like this one. So if you're interested in making today's craft, keep watching and I'll walk you through each step. I'm going to begin with the brown ornaments first. You're going to need applesauce and cinnamon, cookie cutters, parchment paper, and something to poke a hole so they can be hung. I used a section of a skewer, but you could use a toothpick too. The recipe is really simple and you could alter it to make a smaller or larger batch. You're going to need equal parts of applesauce and cinnamon. I used 1 cup of each and slowly mixed the applesauce in with the cinnamon until it formed a workable dough. It will be slightly wet to the touch, but you should be able to roll it without any problems. I placed mine on parchment paper and also experimented with a dusting of cinnamon to keep it from sticking. I rolled the dough to a thickness of about 1/4 inch, and you could always put it between 2 pieces of parchment paper as well. I would advise using metal cookie cutters with a simple outline like these. It was surprisingly easy to work with, although I noticed the cutout on the edges wasn't very crisp, so I gently tapped the jagged areas to reincorporate it back into the body of the ornament. I lined my cookie sheet with parchment paper and once placed, took my skewer and created a hole. I would avoid placing this too close to the edges as it could fail once hung. I ended up with a small amount that couldn't really be rolled out, so I shaped it into a candy cane as not to waste it. Then I gathered random items from my cooking drawer to add a textured look to a few of the ornaments. I used a potato masher, whisk, tongs, egg slicer, and even the spatula. I was able to get 16 cutouts from this recipe. Then I placed it in a preheated oven at 220 degrees for a half hour. Then I flipped them over and baked them for another half hour. If you don't want to bake them, you could also leave them out to air dry for a few days. By the way, I must say my kitchen smelled heavenly while these were baking. After they were completely done, I let them cool on the cookie sheet and drying rack. Next, I'm going to show you the white ornament recipe. You'll need 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, and 3/4 cups of warm water. I mixed the dry ingredients and slowly added the water until I was happy with the consistency. I used a little flour on my countertop to roll out the dough to 1/4 inch in thickness. This dough seemed easier to work with than the applesauce and cinnamon recipe, but it did dry out faster. If this happens, just add a couple drops of water to refresh it. I used the same cookie cutters and it left much crisper edges this time. You might also add food coloring, and I plan to do that in the future to create decorations for other holidays as well. The process is the same as before. Just make sure you remember to poke holes to hang them and place the cutouts on parchment paper. I repeated the embossed detail and used the leftover to create a second candy cane. The baking time and temperature is the same, 220 degrees for a half hour. Flip and bake for another half hour, then let them cool completely. I actually let both batches dry for a couple days on the sheets, then took them outside for a dusting of clear polyurethane. I waited for them to thoroughly dry, then tied on some pretty ribbon I got from Amazon to make simple yet beautiful ornaments, or you could add them as hang tags on top of gift boxes or bags. I also strung some up with spools and wooden beads to create this gorgeous garland. I'll include shopping links in the description for your convenience. Let me know in the comments what other ideas you have and how you would use these cutouts to fit into your holiday decor. I hope you enjoyed watching this project come to life and are inspired to make these ornaments for yourself. If you aren't already a subscriber, I hope you'll follow along to see the rest of the countdown. Until next time, take care.